Biology session. Today we are going to start a new topic, nucleus. I'm going to present a PPT on that. Okay, nucleus. So nucleus is nothing but it is present in each and every cell. So living organisms are made up of cells. We all know that, right? So nucleus is present in each and every cell. Of course, it has some exceptions. We will discuss that in this class itself. Okay. So let's go with the definition. A nucleus is a membrane-bonded organelle that contains the cell's chromosomes, children, and pores in the nuclear membrane allow for the passage of molecules in and out of the nucleus. So, who has given the name nucleus? Robert Brown in the year 1831 he has given. So, in the beginning, there was no idea about its function. But after that, later, we came to know that it is one of the most important organelle of the cell, and there is also another name for nucleus, that is nothing but control room of cell. So, nucleus is the largest and most distinct of all cell organelles, children. And you know cell theory? He was one of the proponents of cell theory, Schleiden. So Schleiden thought that new cells were created from the nucleus, and he called it as cytoblast. So nucleus new cells are arising from nucleus. That was said by Schleiden. Yes. So all the eukaryotic cells, children, will have nucleus, but there are some exceptions, I said, isn't it? So what are those exceptions? Like for example, red blood cells, which are biconcave in shape, they do not have nucleus in mammals. Okay, and phloem seed tube in plants. Okay, are you able to see here seed tube in plants? Okay, are examples of cells that do not have a nucleus. Even these cells do have nuclei in the beginning, but it is later thrown out of the cells and it is destroyed. Okay, you need to remember. Next, let's go with the functions of nucleus, children. So what are the functions? First and foremost, I would like to say that the nucleus regulates and controls all the functions of the cell and determines the characteristics of the organism. It contains DNA. When you can see here, it contains DNA. It contains nucleolus. Nucleolus will synthesize protein. Okay, usually the easiest organelle to see under the microscope. You can easily identify that when you do an experiment. After this, we will even go with one of the experiments to find nucleus in human cheek cell. Okay. Next, let's go with the next function of the nucleus. It consists of a genetic information, children. See, when you can see nucleus consists of genetic information, this is nothing but DNA. Okay. Next, nucleus involves in the process of cell division. So without nucleus, there is no cell division. So first cell division takes place from nucleus, then with the cytoplasm. So from nucleus, cell division is known as karyokinesis, and cytoplasm, after that it is followed by cytokinesis, cytoplasm. Okay, let's go with the structure of nucleus, children. So the membrane that encloses nucleus and separates. See, for example, imagine this whole thing is cell, and inside that you have nucleus. So in between this nucleoplasm and cytoplasm, there is a membrane, and that membrane is known as nuclear membrane. Okay, this is known as nuclear membrane. This is very similar to the cell membrane only. Okay, so how the cell membrane is there, children? The outer covering of the cell. In the same way, outer covering of the nucleus is nuclear membrane. This is very similar to the cell membrane. Almost the entire genetic material of the cell is found in the nucleus itself. See, when you can see all the genetic material, everything, DNA, double helical structure, okay, everything is present in the nucleus, and even it consists of nucleolus. When you can see here, okay, it synthesizes protein, and in between nuclear membrane there are small pores on this nuclear membrane. Okay, these pores will allow the materials to enter inside and outside of the nucleus, and the fluid which is present inside the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm, and the fluid which is present inside the cell is known as cytoplasm, whereas this is known as nucleoplasm. Yes. Next, on the basis of the presence or absence of the organized nucleus, cells are categorized into two types. They are nothing but prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell will do not have definite nucleus, children. When you can see is pro means primitive, karyo means nucleus. No definite nucleus and no definite nuclear membrane. Whereas eukaryotic cell have a definite nucleus and definite nucleolus, everything, nuclear membrane, everything is present in a perfect way. Okay, so this has an organized nucleus, eukaryotes, whereas this is without organized nucleus, prokaryotes. Okay, so let's go with the example of prokaryotes and eukaryotes. What are the eukaryotic examples? Plants, animals, protists, fungi. These are all the examples of eukaryotic cell. And coming to the prokaryotic cell, see blue-green algae, bacteria, cyanobacteria. These are all the examples of prokaryotic cells, children. Okay, so this is what. Next, these are the examples of prokaryotic cells. This is about the nucleus, children. Now we will go with the laboratory activity of the nucleus. Okay, let's go with the aim of the experiment. See, observation of the nucleus in a human cheek cell, how we need to observe it. Like aim to observe nucleus in a human cheek cell. Apparatus, a toothpick, glass slide, cover slip, watch glass, needle, bottle, blotting paper, 1% of methylene blue, normal saline, glycerin, microscope. And when it is coming for the procedure, okay, procedure. What is the procedure? First of all, we need to wash our mouth. Wash the mouth thoroughly, okay, and scrape a little of it of the internal lining of the cheeks, children. See, from internal with a spatula, we need to take a small lining with a clean spatula or toothpick or ice cream spoon, anything. Then before that, we need to place saline on this watch glass or slide. Then you take a scrap and keep it on that and mix thoroughly with the saline. And why we are using saline? Saline is nothing but it is salinity, salt, right? So it will help in the cleaning process, okay? So then place the material on the glass like this and mix it properly. After that, put methylene blue and leave it for a couple of minutes. Then you need to wipe out the extra stain with a blotting paper. Then after that, add 2 drops of glycerin. So glycerin is for clear observation, as well as it will not allow the specimen. Specimen is the tissue or the material which you are about to observe. Okay, which it will not allow the specimen to dry. After that, cover it with a cover slip in order to avoid air bubbles. Slowly you need to press this cover slip, not very hardly, okay? Just with a needle you need to press the cover slip. That's it. Then observe it under the microscope, okay? So here I have given a note for you, children. Here I have given you a note for you. So saline is used to clean the specimen, whereas glycerin will give clear observation and will not allow the specimen to dry. Yes. So after observing under the microscope, what you can find? You can find the nucleus like this. See, this is the cytoplasm. This is nucleus in blue color because we have stained it with methylene blue, right? So we can easily see it under the microscope, all the blue color. Yes. So after that, I need to discuss with the precautions, children. What are the precautions that you need to follow for this experiment? Do not scrap the cheek too hard as it may injure the buccal mucosa. Next, scraped material should be spread uniformly on the slide. Excess strains should be drained off. Okay. Next, there should be no air bubbles under the cover slip. Okay, these are the precautions. So children, this is the observation we have seen, and this we have observed under the microscope. This nucleus we have observed in the microscope. I hope you understood the class, children. Okay, do the assignment properly. Write a brief note on nucleus with a neat labeled diagram. Okay, I just wanted to conclude my class. Thank you.